Hello, hello, welcome to Piece of the Pat Paints and my wild, dirty hair. We're here to paint miniatures. That's what we usually do. I should have combed my hair. I was going to take a shower after I got done with this. I should have done that earlier. But I got wrapped up. I'm trying to put this thing back together that has been around for a long time. It's like a modular castle piece. I'm not even exactly sure where it came from. But we're trying to put it together for our expo stuff. So anyway, I've been busy doing that, and I did not get through all my usual grooming techniques that I do in the mornings prior to being on the show. Luckily, you just have to watch me paint. You don't actually just have to sit in here with me. So there's no, I don't actually think I did anything yesterday that would have caused me to smell bad yet. But it does make my hair like. The longer my hair gets, the more it's like I gotta wash it every single morning. When it's short, yeah, you can wash it. Yeah, sometimes you can get away with it for a day or two. It's not a big deal. But when it gets long, you gotta wash it every day. So at least my hair. Everybody's hair is probably very different. That's cool. Anyway, I'm mumbling on about nothing. So we got some stuff to do. Oh, if you like what you're seeing, make sure you give us a like and a subscribe. If you don't like you see us, give us a subscribe anyway. Help us get moving. You can even like it, thumb down. I don't care. Tell us what we should be doing better. I can't guarantee I'm going to do that. I'll try. I'm really technologically unadvanced. I probably should watch some more tutorial videos on how to do all the things that I need to do. But I have to be like, if I'm super interested in something, I can get a lot of research done really fast on it. But if I'm not super interested, I sometimes can lag behind. I can like learn the basics of what I needed to do to make it do what it needs to do, and then I'm like, okay, good, we're moving. That's it. So, but I should definitely look up some more stuff. Some people recommended broadcasting on some other platforms as well, and then I should be able to do that simultaneously, but I don't know how to do that. So we'll learn that one, or maybe my son can teach me. I don't know. He might know. Anyway. Oh, I did say we were going to have something really cool. Another surprise from our show. So before we start messing with these fish guys. Oh, man. It's so big. We got to pull this back down. Hold on. Here we go. This thing's huge. Like the box is, I should say huge. It's big. This is an old Batmobile, like old. Unboxing stuff. It looks like it has actually been gotten into before, but all the stuff's in here. So this would have probably been on the outside wrap. So that's see, that's what I'm talking about. I gotta get better at the tech stuff and remembering like cues and things like that. I need I need like a... See, that's what the AI should be doing. It should be doing all that work for me, not doing the drawing stuff. I learned that early on in the channel. Just show off what we're doing. Don't let the AI do that. It changes the look of everything. Anyway, so that would have been, this wrap would have been on the outside. So it's obviously been opened before. And probably looked at. So there's our main Batmobile. And the screws for all the chrome stuff. Which, you know, that's fun. Well, look at that. Got like rubber tires, which, yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Little glass pieces. Looks like that's all okay. So we only have one of the little metal rods. It should be. Nope, I hear it rolling around. Oh, there's a little piece there. Oh, there's something here. Those need to get put into something along with this. See, I'm wondering if that stuff wasn't in a kit, a bag too. And there's a rod, but it looks like there's only one. I don't know why it would only have one. So, but yeah, it's cool. Neat stuff. I'm gonna leave you and you up here. We're gonna get that put baggy. But yeah, this is 1989. So this is officially 80s. So there you go. Hey, hello. Good morning, buddos. I'm off today, so chilling here. The fresh iced Vietnamese coffee. Have Oblivion pre-mastered booted up. We're unboxing I have a 1989 circa Ertl Batmobile model. That's a lot of fun, right? So it looks good. We'll pull it all the way out of those bags when we build it. I'm not sure when we're gonna get around to that. I want to get these Jurakins finished first. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm learning more and more about stuff all the time on what's going on with our licensing agreement with Arson Guild. We're going to be careful about what we sell, until we have everything lined out for sure. But the Etsy store is going to be live. I think it actually might be live now, and then we'll start loading stuff into there. I just put like a test piece in there, so I'll have to. I really need to get better photos of everything. I stopped taking photos, started doing videos, and I should have kept up with my photos. So now I got to go back through and take photos of anything we want to sell. But I know typically the way a lot of stuff works, if you buy it retail, then the company who sold it has already made their profit off of it. So you're usually cool to be able to do that. Resell at that point. But when where people get into trouble is they try to sell things that at without a merchant agreement that they like make in facsimile. So like if you're doing a printer, you run a printer, you want to sell printed items legally. I mean, I'm not saying that everyone does everything legally, because that's not real. You need to make sure you have a licensing agreement, and I really think we're going to go ahead and we had a great time in the circuit doing the expo thing on Saturday, so I feel like, man, we should do that. And good stuff. License agreement, super awesome. So anyway, I'm finishing up just a little light bits on some of these guys just to bring out. I don't want to like make it super light like that. Well, that one's actually okay. That caps on the outside. But I want to be careful about when I'm underneath. This little guy's very nice, really nice about a lot of things. So it's good to have different kinds of dry brushes. I think I even have one that's like an old brush that turned into a dry brush. I can do that. When you're underneath here, you really want to be. Fun thing about these guys, though, they'll have a little reflection, so you don't have to have them super dark like vampires or something that's in a super dark hallway. We do want to bring just a touch of that out, but not as bright as it is on the bottom. You can see how. All right, top. And there's, we can't really get in there. So here, I'll show you where this boat brush is frayed years ago, and so I keep it around for just such a thing. Right? Because that's where the sun is coming straight down on him. Right? Same here. Coming down out of the surface of the water, right? Even though they're kind of supposed to be, I guess, way down deep, but this is. We want to get. I like the idea of you're going to use these for adventuring, and most of your people will encounter them in caves if you're going to use them as a sahuagin or something like that. But I saw that there's a convention over at Embassy Suites in Norman Pokefest. If it listed more than Pokemon, of course, all collectibles. Gross. Hey, send me that. Submit the link on that one. We'll take a look at everything. We're it was a lot of fun, and Kristen and I are very business thinking kind of people, so it won't take us very long to kind of get an idea of what to do here and kind of keep upgrading. We'll upgrade and upgrade and upgrade. We'll get better and better and better, because that's just the kind of people we are. Luckily, all that's pretty dry. We only have two more finish. Very close. Yeah, I'll throw some color on these guys. I almost had them done yesterday, but golly, it took a while to get the glue to set up on these things, man. It was brutal. It was brutal, y'all. It took a lot of sitting there and holding it. I'm definitely getting to the point where my old fingers need one of those holders. So we'll be looking into that upgrade eventually. And it's just these little clamp holders you can put on there on things, which are really actually a pretty good idea. Especially if when you're young, it's not a big deal. You can hold stuff for a while, it's like completion. But as you get older, man, listen to me, y'all. Your hands just can't do those things. You gotta be chill. So anyway, all that notwithstanding, yeah, definitely send me that. We'll check it out. We're trying to look at when shows are and all that, so we can going on vacation. Just here real soon, really. And when we come back, it's gonna be all. It's gonna be no holds barred. Putting the band back together. Kind of feel like I got a new direction to get things moving. It was a really good idea. I wanted to make sure we had an inventory. I mean, we didn't. Of course, we didn't sell hardly. Even no, maybe I guess what we sold. Let me think. We sold what? 12% of our inventory. Hey, I appreciate you, brother. Really do. Did I tell you we're gonna do some dice making? You had mentioned that yesterday. So we're gonna get into doing that. So we'll have that on the shop and for sale at the shows. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. And Kristen's gonna make dice bags, that's really cool. I'm super excited. She's gonna help do that because they look great next to it. If you have like I have been to festivals that had nothing to do with any kind of games at all, and seen them sell dice bags, and people bought them. Yeah. We're gonna get into that. That one's kind of an easy thing. It's kind of like baking. You got to do a lot of work in spurts, and then you're doing a lot of like waiting. So you can kind of get that going, and then do other things, and then come back and So we're really just trying to get just enough light on it to. Oh shit! Oh wait, no, that was just a support from when it was up. That spooked the heck out of me. I missed that thing. I don't know I don't know how. But okay, if you're not familiar with 3D painting, somebody watching, checking analytics, and hello to the Philippines and Indonesia, which is pretty cool. We had several visitors from there, and again we finally got to where we're getting more views from non-subscribers than from subscribers. So make sure you're giving us a subscribe, especially if you're watching us regularly and you haven't subscribed yet. Do us a favor. Just give me a subscribe. I'm not peddling money and asking for that. That's not. I'm just here to paint, and I guess we're gonna advertise a shop. Is the whole big idea here. So that way, if the YouTube starts paying me money or anything like that, fine. But I'm not gonna. I don't think we'll ever do the Patreon and all that stuff. I don't think we'll make this the primary goal. I think the primary goal is going to be, getting out and selling stuff. Be the idea. Which is fun. And I mean, again, I'm not like the most technologically advanced finger scratcher on the planet. So you gotta play to your strengths, right? Rolling on things like this that's like catering, so it's pretty easy. Okay, so let's talk fish. again, thank you so much, my friend. What was I doing? Oh yeah. So what I did last time is I made them look like mahi, because it's just fun, right? That's a fun color. It's just fun. It's a brilliant thing to do. It was a blast. So I think that's we're gonna do that again. You know, sahuagin. Or, you know, like a green fish people. And these guys are close. They're not exactly the same, but they're pretty close. Okay, so you can see how we could use a mahi pattern here and it would look okay. They went with this purple on theirs, but I went with like pink coral. So, because that just seemed like a lot more fun. Because pink coral makes it seem like they're like alive or something. I don't know. Oh, you know, water. Apparently a lot. So to do that, we're gonna start off with dropping some yellows down. Now, again, yellow is a tricky color. So you kind of gotta build yellows up, especially if they're in places that are super dark. A lot of people like to use like, purples or not purple, pinks and stuff to come up. We're just going to go ahead and drop some different yellows in to bring this on out to start, and then we're gonna put it's gonna be strange. We're gonna put a little bit of blue into as a thin wash, and then we're gonna build it back up again. That way we can get kind of into it'll make it look like the bulges are blue like the certain parts of the other fish. Anyway, it'll work. It makes sense once it's going. Golly. I'll put this controller on that thing. There we go. The fun thing about this zenithal highlight is that it really makes your tones easier, and it changes a lot of what you necessarily have to do, because you've already got some of your work done underneath. Funny thing about this is the yellow is the stuff that's going to be on the bottom, which is what makes it a little bit tasking to get it to come out just right. Because we're going to fade from yellow to green to blue. feel like where the yellow should be as far as where the sun's coming down on him, or where the light sources would be coming down. Theoretically, you could paint this whole thing yellow from here, and then layer and then layer and layer, and bring the blue up that way. Especially if you're going to do an airbrush, that would probably not even worry about your overspray. You would just go. But we've got a regular brush, so we got a little more control. Although I've seen some guys with airbrushes that can like legit do anything. So if you're that guy on the airbrush, props, do it. Do that thing, man. Is how tight you have to get in them. Now we did this on purpose. We put all the nets on already, so kind of screwed our own pooch there. That's okay. I actually don't mind. If you don't like paint tight spaces, okay, my point. You can always not put the pieces on, put them on. Or like not glue them all the way on. You can stick them on and then do your blah, 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 blah. You can zip the highlight, take them off, and then paint everything and make it a little bit easier on you. Or even zip, if you're pretty good at judging where those highlights should be without having to have them on the model, you can even do it that way. I don't know if I'm that good at it. I don't think I'm the greatest painter. I think Sergio Calvo may be the number one painter right now. Although there's a bunch of other great painters out there. But man, listen, I'm nowhere near that. I'm not nowhere near the top. I might go join a competition one day, but see how well we do. That'd be a fun little thing to talk about. Get underneath his chin? I did not. Underneath his chinny chin. Again, with something like this, we really want to start with trying to get the stuff on the inside figured out, because if you're gonna get something wrong, you're gonna hit this stuff here. So you want to always kind of work that inside stuff and then worry about the outside. So we'll worry about these armor pieces after we get all this done. And it's easier if you're to color code things to where this is going to be easier to get to whatever color you need based on what your other color selections were. That's kind of advanced thinking and stuff like that. You really need to know how to plan that out through experience. There's not really I don't know, because it depends on the kind of paints you're using. It depends on a lot of different things. So it's definitely a experienced kind of deal. I may decide we want their feet yellow. I can't remember if my originals were yellow feet or not. I should bring the originals in. They're not bad paint job. I did them a while back. It's not bad. It's not bad. I definitely have gotten better, so it's gonna be fun to come back and redo these. There's another one I missed. Oh wait, where's my little... This was an old, it's for like removing pimples and stuff, and the thing broke off of it. But now it's this little metal needle, and it's great for like popping off a little. Because every now and again, like I said, that thing was tiny. They're like this big, so sometimes you just miss them. It just happens. So you just gotta pay attention. You're gonna miss them. It's fine. It's totally. Just be prepared. That's one of my my long upstanding mottos. That's an old Boy Scout phrase. You can't beat that one. Just be prepared. You know something's gonna go down because it's just how it is. Oblivion. That's how hilarious. Bethesda is genius. Like. It's the same game. You just resold. It's the same idea as when Lucas came up with the THX remastered Star Wars right before he sold everything. And like, man, that guy got his last bit of money out, and it's like, well, there you go. You guys enjoy. I don't know what else to do with it because I don't want to tell much more of it. So they released, that was crazy. Lucasfilm was nuts. But I mean, it's brilliant. It's a brilliant idea. I don't know if I'll play it. I beat the ever living snot out of the other one, out of the original. And I don't have a long time for games anymore like that. I think if I'm going to play games, I'm probably going to play more. Try to get more into playing hobby games. Just keep spreading the business around. Man, I miss the old days. Getting off work, chilling out, drinking Vietnamese coffee, play a video game. It's real easy if you're not exactly sure which paint that's the flow. When we come back, we're gonna do a lot of. It's all kind of a yellow, a greenish yellow, fade to a bluish yellow. So, which a bluish green. So, at this stage, when you're adding this first round of yellow, there's not a lot of mistakes you can make, especially with this. So the zenithal highlight really helps. It is the way to go with these smaller guys for sure. It took me a while to really get an idea of how exactly I wanted to make that work. I don't know if I liked it as much as my old style painting. I definitely decided it needs to be added as a way to do things. Works out really well. Face again. Look at me. Wow. 37 minutes in. That's pretty cool. Oh. Well, we did spend a lot of time talking about stop. We did spend a lot of time talking about Batman, which is good. That's fantastic. Check the marker real quick. It's your Pieces Pat Paints weekday marker. Looks like everything is down still on the markets. Doing not too bad. Mostly up. As long as you're mostly up, you're doing alright. Better than mostly down. I went all the way to their hands and feet. I'll have to look at that. I'll pull it out the blue. Between now and the next show, we will not be on tomorrow. Just as a forewarning to everybody. My kids have award ceremonies and stuff like that. So we're gonna go and see it, which is great because they're getting awards and things. Yeah. And you should, if you can make those things, you should. not everybody can make it. So if you can, you definitely should. Sometimes you gotta watch them. Or you gotta work. Don't watch them, you gotta work. And that's understandable. That's why those of us that can make it are gonna go. Make up for those who can't be there. Because everybody's there in the spirit. They want to be there. Trust me. If you've ever had a ceremony like that, somebody wanted to make it, they told you, I'm real sorry, I just couldn't make it. They usually do. Not always, but usually. I always hate that you have to discount for the fact that there are pricks in the world. Ooh. Oh my god. So much excitement. So much drama in LBC. Well, there ain't even any drama. Alright, 2 left to go. 2 left to go. And they big boys. One's another 4-arm freak. I like the 4-arm freaks, they're cool. This was almost Buster McGee. I may save the old ones. Pretty sure we can sell these. I'm still reading through it all to make sure I understand. I'm pretty sure we're gonna be good. If not, these guys will just go to my private stock. Got a couple strange hairs attached to them. I don't know what that is. Tiny. thicker pigment, if you were using some of those other yellows, some of them they're not even gonna. You're not even gonna be able to tell you put yellow on it at all. It's gonna completely get swallowed up. This deep cadmium is a pretty good one, especially as a starter color. And this one is, again, like we usually do. These are mostly just throwing down a marker, letting myself know where I'm going to go with it. Because, you know, life comes at you fast. That's why it takes Visa. Don't get a Visa. I do not endorse any credit card companies. I guess we all have to have Visas now. All the debit cards are either run by Visa or MasterCard or American Express. Even your bank's Visa debit card system is probably run by one of them. If not, you're using Cash App, which has its own card system. Which is how it goes. Right or wrong. It's just the way it is. That one right there will never change. Doesn't matter how much Bruce Hornsby and Ranch think about it. The fun thing here is, like, if you do this, we're still going to do a lot of same techniques. This should just take part of our technique and amplify it even more. highlight done and the yellow started. Oh gosh. Okay. Woo! I gotta watch these guys' hooks, man. So right on this second line. We do green. Now all this is gonna look way different once we get this done. We're gonna see we're gonna put a blue on here too. Really gotta take a look at where I was drawing the line on this stuff, but I think right about like that. Put a blue on top of all that, so everything in the end will have a different color. So it'll go from yellow to blue. The green will actually be a really thin line once it's all said and done. It's nice to be able to just drop that in so we have some room. Kind of like we did with the yellow, and then as we come back with the blue, it'll make it easier to put that on. And you can see with the highlights, it's already starting to have a difference between the tops and the bottoms. So when he sits on the table, he'll have a little bit of a different look. Well, a little bit more refined. Anyway, I think you guys get the idea. Sometimes I get to where my brain and my mouth don't connect properly towards the end of these shows. So, yeah, an hour is good. I always wondered, I see some people do like 2-3 hour shows. I'm like, oh wow. And you look at it and see young people. You're like, oh okay. I actually have considered dropping this thing down to half an hour. But I don't know. I might make a poll about that eventually. We might move things around and stuff like that. Just going to depend on these new situations. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on. Anyway, let's see. Pull me down. Turn that off. So, yeah. It's pretty cool. Lots of fun. I'm enjoying the idea of getting a shop going and selling stuff. Now I've got it all done and rolling and well, feeling all that. The allergies out here are pretty crazy today. My eyes are swollen pretty bad. It's pretty pretty nice day for plants though. If you're a plant, it's a great day for you. If you're not a plant, it's not such a great day. Anyway, but yeah, we've got some stuff to do. We're gonna clean up some stuff and get some things ready and get some. I guess we're gonna get to printing. Anyway, yeah, super exciting. And then we gotta get all the supplies for the dice stuff. But once we get that in here, we can kind of look at that and see what all that entails. And once I get confident, I will talk about how to do it and stuff like that. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Really appreciate you. Be good to have you out there. Have a great day.